Hello everyone, welcome back to another live stream here on the twitch.tv/the Xisuma. It's a spoiler stream today, meaning, oh look, spoilers, stuff related to the next episode. And the deal is, it's crunch time for old X over here. I've got something big cooking in my next episode that I need to get done with a deadline in mind. So we're kind of jumping into the stuff that I'm doing in the next episode. And we need to start off with some water buckets and an ender chest to get some buckets. Yeah. So welcome. The Can of Heaven says, sound. Can you hear me? Is everything okay? Check, check, 1 2, check 1 2, 2 1 2, check. Check, 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 check. What do they always say? Check 1 2. I don't know. I remember now that my boxes are somewhere else. That's okay. That's okay. Because look at me, I'm Mr. Organised over here. I've got everything else I need. Yo, chat's going wild. Lots of people tuning in all at once. Vinot says we sound good. That's great. That's great. Dante Red Eye, thank you for 73 months, my dude. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Chat is popping off. What's going on? What's going on? We busy today. You live in my back tab rent-free, and I'm deep into Lego. I was talking to mate today about the Star Trek logo. He's got the Next Generation. I don't know which one he's got. Probably the Enterprise, I think he said. Yeah, when I heard they were doing that, I was like, dang, I've been tempted to do some Lego for a long time, but like, Star Trek Lego? Whew. Yes, please. Shiny Object 299, thank you for 5 months, my dude. Hey X mods and chat. Welcome, my dude. We should see a minecart. There it is. Okay, I kind of just want to keep tabs on where that thing is. What I'm going to do here, I'll explain, is I'm going to... I feel like there should be blocks here. There should. Okay, we're going to have to put blocks there. I'm going to waterlog everything you see here. The reason being is that... It'll slow down the minecarts above. I had a feeling it might be easy because you can generate the sources like this. Good, good, good. It's going to slow down the minecarts, and that's then going to allow them to pick up more bone meal, is the idea. Shouldn't I fall into... Why could I do it facing that way, but not the other way? Is it because there's slightly more headroom or something? Okay. I don't want stuff getting in that minecart, so stay behind me. Great, and now I lost the lever as well. And I thought that was going to pick it up. It didn't. Okay, so I need more of those blocks, and then I need to put the lever back, and then we should be good. And I got way too many buckets. I think I'm just going to throw them on the floor, or maybe just put them in here if there's space. That works. That works. We're done with those. We got noises coming in the ear. We got Billman68 for 108 months. Evil X in his house. Bear818 here for 53. We got Snow Chris here for 23. Thank you for your amazing support, people. A hype train just started. Oh, we get to play an animation. We get to play an animation. You love Lego, but it's gotten so ridiculously expensive, says Karen Cake. Yep. Couldn't agree more. I mean, it's been a curiosity of mine. I don't like buying stuff that takes up space, and I'm a bit of a minimalist, so I don't really want to buy Legos because I'll use them once. And then that'll be it. And, you know, I say Legos, it'll probably be like a Lego set. I'll try a Lego set one time and that'll be it. I don't like the idea of it then, like, cluttering up space and stuff. So, for that reason, I haven't done it. The other reason is the price. Like, even if I'm considering it, I go and look at the prices and I'm like, oh, hundreds and hundreds of pounds. I don't think I can justify that to myself. You know? All right, with that done, what we're going to do next is steal some blocks. Put them in over here. They'll continuously make some bone meal now. And then these farms should pop off, although I have to turn them on. Currently, the mechanism for turning these farms on is a bit, Nice. Why did it... Wait, these stopped working. Did I turn them off? That's very... I don't understand how... I don't know what happened. I don't know. I can't explain it. I thought that they both ran out of bone meal, and then I turned them off. Anyway, we're going to leave that to do its thing, and hope that my little experiment with the waterlogging helps. Callie1357, thank you for 84 months. If Terraria is 2D Minecraft and Hytale is 3D Terraria, it follows that Hytale is 3D Minecraft. I guess so. I guess so. Have I seen Pluribus? It's the new series from the creator of Breaking Bad, says Doomnotch. I haven't. I seem to recall looking that up, but it didn't have a particularly good rating. I'll make a note to look at it again, because I'm currently rewatching Better Call Saul, and I gotta say, I love this show so much. And some people love it more than Breaking Bad. The thing that I'm picking up on is it's kind of like Breaking Bad, but like from a storytelling perspective. But a lot of the violence of that show is stripped out, and it's a lot more character focused. And I think that's why I really love it, is because although I appreciate a bit of action, violence, and you know, the drama of a guy in a completely crazy situation, what with all the cooking meth and stuff, but it's like I really like more subtle character driven stuff, and you know, Better Call Saul is just fantastic for that. You love you some Soulside Eclipse, Nightfallen. Appreciate it, my dude. Thank you. Insanely good. Rhea Seahorn is so amazing. There's so much character focus in Pluribus. I'll have to give it a go then. I'll have to give it a go. Yeah, is Rhea Kim Wexler? Because she is without a doubt the best character in that show, I think. Like she really gets you invested in Jimmy a lot more because of how their relationship like entangles them together. It's just such really well written characters, you know. Like they're very believable, even though, you know, it's TV, it's what TV's like. But yeah, they're very believable and really well written. Same person, excellent. Yo, Bella T, thank you ever so much for 88 months. 88 months of fun. Thank you. Got some big numbers coming back today. Appreciate it. Thank you. Peeps, I am super thirsty today. I'm going to go to the toilet, I reckon, a couple of times. So I went to the cinema and had a big bag of popcorn, and I think all of that salt has just made me super thirsty because I've drunken like 2 liters of water in the last hour or something. Got one of your friends to listen to Soulside Eclipse today. Oh, thank you, my dude. I appreciate you doing that. That's awesome. She won a Golden Globe for her performance. The whole premise of the show basically means she has 99% of the screen time. Oh, it's the same person in Pluribus is what we're saying. Wow. Oh, great reason to watch it then. Oh! That was the sound of the coaster hitting the keyboard. I also have a hot cup of tea. It's time to warm thy hands and have a sip. Spoiler, did I miss it, says Mandy. Nope, the whole thing is a spoiler. That's so fair, but popcorn is so good. I love popcorn. I like just some quiet time in the cinema, you know, turning off the brain, watching a movie, and basically grazing for an hour on a bag of popcorn. That's all it is, just constant grazing. And I like it. Feels nice to just sit there and munch for a long time. We spoiling movies or Hermitcraft? Definitely Hermitcraft getting spoiled. I got to do some redstone behind the scenes. We're going to decorate and sort of connect this top area, which is going to be interesting. Maybe even work on a shop and figure out some of the logistics for what I'm going to do here. I think the shop needs to become access to the back area as well, at least while I'm working on this project. So we're going to dig like a little path through here, and you'll see what's going on the opposite side. And then we've got to do some redstone out here as well. Hi, bye. Oof. See you later. Alright. Probably need a torch or two out here, don't I? Do I use Optifine? No, I haven't for a long time. And if you do use Optifine, I highly recommend getting off of it. It's not a particularly well implemented mod. It's not like you know, I'm not a modder, but the modding community has kind of frowned upon the way it's done, and put out lots of alternatives to Optifine. So I wouldn't recommend using a mod like Optifine. Right, we want to actually extend this platform a fair bit, just because it's going to become like an access area, at least temporarily, because this is a beautiful cave, and I've got another project that's going to take place around this cave. So this will end up being a bit of an eyesore, unfortunately. It's always like that in Minecraft. You've always got like beautiful terrain and builds, and oh, if I could just nudge it all in this direction a few blocks. It happens so often. When I planned this project, I didn't know there was this big cave behind it, so now it spoils this fantastical big cave. You know. You missed when Optifine was the go-to. It was the best because it was so OG, but time's end. It was the best for a period of time. But then I think modding practices just got better managed, better put together by the community. And things like Fabric came along, and then Optifine sort of became a bit more redundant. Chat, you slowed down. We were going wild a minute ago. Hype Train level 2 was reached as well. I think that's over now, though, so thank you, people. Transit Biker coming in with the Prime. Thank you for 11 months, my dude. Much appreciated. Is Sodium similar? No, Sodium's built on top of Fabric. So optimization mods built on top of Fabric, at least the big popular ones, are much better than Optifine. Base is looking really good. Thank you, Ruby. Thank you. Sorry, sorry, I'll come back. Welcome back. Right, so I think I'm going to pop into my test world for a split second here. Just because it's pointing at the thing that we're going to do. Sort of came up with these ideas a long time ago. You basically just have the redstone the other side of the wall. It's super simple, and I don't see a reason to go with this more complicated one. We just need that. So it's like it's going to be a block, then the wire goes around, and it needs to be behind there. Now, there's a trapdoor and an air block. That's the way I've done it on the server, right? I kind of wanted to double check that the air block, or this getting powered by that block, didn't then activate the trapdoor. You wouldn't suspect it would, but if there were a whole block there, it would. So I thought I'd just check there's no, like, blood powering shenanigans. That one as well, right? Nothing like that going on. Oh! What did I just do? I hope it didn't damage any other stuff. I don't think there was anything else to damage down there. Yeah, I mean, I almost didn't need to check that, but I thought I would, just to make sure we're on the right side here. Are we getting spoilers from the test world? Are you getting... This is all spoilers right here. Like, everything you see is spoilers. That's why it's a spoiler stream, because this is what I need to work on right now to meet a deadline. Everything we've got over here probably needs moving to a new location, but we'll see if we can wing it for now. So... we're working with literally that, but then dispensers. I think I put all the dispensers in place already, so we're good on that front. I'm likely to want some, like, permanent scaffold out there. Do you know, I wish you could, like, uncraft this into bamboo. Because when you want scaffolding, you need that stuff. Maybe I won't bother with the permanent scaffold. Do we even have string? I mean, I'll settle for a tiny bit more scaffolding, you know? Why not? So, we scaffold our way around, placing these blocks. Some of those will be needed as well. Maybe a few more of them. They got redstone on them. Dispensers are facing downwards. Eventually, we fill them up. Might end up putting hoppers on top of the dispensers. I forgot a dust. Did I? I got dust right here. Spoilers are looking good. Thank you, Karen. Appreciate it. Alright, so if we hop up here, we should find that it's nice and easy to see where we're at. Let's go ahead and remove a bunch of this. Hop over there and dig it all out. So you don't want a block of bamboo, you want a bundle of bamboo. No, I know the block of bamboo goes into, not slabs, planks, right? That's fine, that's just how it is. It's just that, like, if you wanted to convert it back to regular bamboo, you can't. That was all I was pointing out. It doesn't really go much deeper than that. Just like an observation, you know? Wouldn't it be nice if there was a way to also get this? I'm not saying they should change it or anything. Right, and that's about as far as that goes, right? Yep, that's the last one. And then there's that. So that is the block that we use to read the comparer. Yesy888, thank you ever so much for the cheers and the biddies. Appreciate it, my dude. Thank you for your generosity and support. Hope you're enjoying the stream. Your Hermitcraft mug came yesterday. First piece ever of merch. Awesome, awesome, my dude. Hope you like it. I got mine, my Christmas ones, well, before Christmas. I guess there's ones you can order all the time, right? So when people say they've arrived, I often, in my mind, I'm thinking about, like, meeting the Christmas delivery deadlines and stuff. Have any more hermits made their way to the bundles since the last episode, so Shiny Object? I don't think so. You literally have to drag people over here on Hermitcraft. I just can't get people to come over and check it out, you know? I'm not surprised. It's always like that. There's probably projects that hermits have got going on that I should be checking out. Tango did the other day. Awesome. Did he take a bundle? Oh, okay, okay. That's cool. Was that in this episode or on a stream? Because I would love to watch that and, like, gauge the reaction. First time watching a stream, you've been watching the snapshot videos in Hermitcraft Season 10. Awesome, my dude. Thanks for watching. That last snapshot was wild, right? Absolutely wild. I really didn't think they would add that, and then they did. But then the community's been going on about the Moobloom mob, and it's like... you know, it does feel like whatever they do, someone's going to come along and go, missed opportunity. But if they had done that straight away with the Moobloom, I don't think people would be complaining. You know? I am the community soz. It's just how it goes. You like how the flowers look like marigolds? It was adorable. I love it. My heart can't handle the cuteness. They really are leaning in on the cuteness with this one. I also got a lot of comments from people saying that the baby turtle, like, that's actually, baby turtles kind of look quite different from their adults. So I thought, if they're going for, like, the educational approach, that's fair. There's a lot of subtle educational things in Minecraft. Like, some that seem obvious, but then for young kids playing it, it could be like a teaching moment, like smelting sand into glass. Like, it doesn't have to be that way, but it teaches you something, right? You now, in your mind, create that link between sand and glass. If they told you that in school, you'd be like, boring, shut up, teacher, I want to play on my Switch. I want to scroll on TikTok. Ah, give me content. Something like that. You think the golden dandelion would look great with other yellow flowers? Yeah. Yeah, and you can pot them, which is nice. Okay, coming back to this space a bit. It's like slab there, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, that's all correct. So just got to place the blocks. I'm placing them blocks. Logic, no. Thank you for the prime. Appreciate it. 5 months. 5 months. Thank you so much. Ads be gone. Also, hi. Hi. Saying hi from my hotel room in London. My mum and I are visiting for a concert and a musical. Oh, that sounds awesome. I hope you have a great evening. I love that. I love a good trip somewhere, staying in a hotel. It gives you like a lot of like stress-free downtime. You know, all of a sudden there's no work, there's no responsibilities. Oh, I hate them. Responsibilities. God, being an adult sucks. Right, what is this energy? Your bundles help teach me about inventory management. Awesome, Mandy. Peeps, tell me about Tango's experience, because I caught a few of those messages. Like, chat, y'all get chatty in waves. I think it just depends on me if I'm being interactive or not, because it went quiet for a bit, and then it's picked up again. You should be studying, but you're so tired I'm here. Power through, dude. I mean, studies are important, right? Studies means you got goals, you got places you're going. You got to be onto that. I think what I'm going to do is, like, every other one is going to have, like, a bottle or a shear. And I think I'm even going to detail it from the front, maybe. We'll see how that pans out. I've got a slight idea on what we might do. Chiseled bookshelves, I guess, can go in next, sort of, maybe. Like, they belong in a couple of spaces. Not like that, though. Is it me, or did I just not get that back? That's a stone block? I don't know. I thought I didn't see it go back into my inventory. Now I'm down here! Dang it. Now I'm under something. Oh my god, it's never easy in this game. Are you and Ren streaming Hytale in the future? Did Ren mention it, Bear? Is it me, or is there like 1... 2, 1, 1, 2, 1, 1? Yeah, no, okay. Okay, Tango visited during the Ender Chest stream. He says that he can see it being useful, but needs to get used to it. Did he take one as well? You mentioned you were waiting to check out with other hermits. RenDog is live too. Ren mentioned it 10 minutes ago. Yeah, if Ren wants to stream it, I'll join him. Well, what I said is, like, I'm happy to play it casually. Like, I've just had so much fun with that game. So I'm trying to, like, not overdo streaming at the moment and keeping everything, like, casual. And so I might just turn up and play with Ren. Like, I might not stream it myself, or I'll stream it. If he's streaming, chances are I probably will as well. But we've been discussing, like, several options and stuff, and yeah, I don't know quite where it's going to land. Here's the thing, right, with what we're currently building. Going to use FreeCam for this. Is, like, we've got this beautiful shape. Now, how does this shape end? Because it kind of meets the land here at a pretty good point. My gut sort of says to put some blocks behind the glass to create that harsh border. That'll then sort of show you the semicircle where it ends, if you want to think of it like that, or the arc. And then after that, I don't know what happens. So it's like, do I do that and then find out it's not the right move? It's hard to see it. It's hard to see anything else really working. That's kind of where I'm thinking. Pluto likes the build. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, I built this a long time ago and it was much bigger. And I had to scale it down because when I brought it to the world to check on it, it was way too big. So I sort of took it back to the drawing board and made it smaller. Mando706, thank you for 13 months. Appreciate it, my dude. Thank you, thank you. Moss grew over the glass. That's an interesting idea, to have like a little bit of moss carpet sort of on top of it, coming over the top. You could add spikes on top of the harsh lines you were talking about to make it feel larger and grander. I could see that kind of working, yeah. That makes me think I should go with stone bricks, but maybe I should go with deep slate since we've used a lot of deep slate already. Do I should have related materials somewhere nearby. Or maybe I moved those shulker boxes. I don't think I have a shulker box of... I'm assuming, by the way, we finished all that redstone stuff, right? Of course we did. Of course we did. Put these back. I don't think I have a shulker box with the deep slate in. No. Okay, we'll go get some. Inventory's always just such a... Ugh. Just always stuff cluttering it up. You love the color palette. Awesome, awesome. Yeah, I mean, everything in this area has really been working for me. It's like I've set a higher bar for myself, and I only sort of move forward when I reach that bar. And I feel like a lot of that gets reflected when people tell me that they're enjoying the builds and they like it. It feels like, well, that's that coming back around, right? Like I set myself that sort of bar, and now you're seeing it come back. So maybe it's working. Another option is to maybe bring that glass roof in and have stone on top of it. So you like curl the shape in a little bit. I have a feeling that will actually make it transition a touch better than how I was going to do it. So let's grab 2 stacks of glass for that. Now we want some deep slate from up top. You just lost a 22 stream streak, says Ted Ricky. Dude, don't even worry about it, man. Streaks and like combos or whatever it is, it's like a psychological thing. Do you know what the best thing in life to learn is? Not the best thing. This is just a great lesson, okay? Right? In life, you're going to have goals, things will get in the way of them, and you'll have setbacks, right? Nothing can be perfect. It's a part of what happens. Embrace it. You will have setbacks. Things will knock you down. It's all about getting back up and keeping on track, right? From the big life stuff down to the silly stuff that like makes you feel a bit uncomfortable for a moment, you know? Like I can remember getting annoyed and frustrated at like playing some computer game and like your little daily streak reward or whatever is over, and it's like, wait a minute, why is that a problem? It's not a problem. It's just like there's a psychological battle going on. What is the lightest one here? If I'd done that in the right way around, I feel like I have when I look at it, but when people lay these out, isn't that one supposed to be the lightest of all of them? This one's slightly darker. Either way, I'm going to go with that. It just kind of occurred to me in that moment. Fart Nugget says wise words. If there's anyone who's a judge of wise words, it's Fart Nugget, people. Come on. I mean, listen to that name. Used to get so stressed over your reading streak, I actually felt relieved when I broke it, says Just Me Mads. Yeah, there you go. You realise that, hey, it's just like a number. You don't need to keep it like that, you know? You know, it's been said you love the build. It looks gorgeous. Thank you. It's still got a long ways to go to meet my vision for it, but we're here kind of like figuring our way out through it step by step. And I could really do with some more scaffolding. And like, I just punched down all of the last bits of bamboo I had out there. What I don't have is a bamboo farm that's just for bamboo. Yo, RenDog coming in with the raid. Look after this lot for me, won't you, X? I will, brother. Let's try and mess up the message. Welcome, people. Welcome. Today is a spoiler stream. Everything you are seeing will spoil my next episode. So, exclusive previews and stuff. We're working on a build that I have chipped away at in patches over the last month or two. I don't know, really. Like, oh, look at this. I'm out of black dye. Black dye as well. And now that it's here, I've been getting some compliments, which I've appreciated, because it makes me feel like my approach to building this season, this like higher bar, this higher standard that I've set myself, seems to be reflected in how people are enjoying all these projects that we're doing. Right, no dye in there. Where do I keep the dye? It's just ink sacks, right? Ink sacks at the moment, so we'll grab a bunch of that. NDA signed! Brilliant. Have I got my usual tea? Yeah, except it's kind of cold now. I will probably make another one later in the stream. Or maybe not. I don't know. I feel like today might be a hot chocky day. Sometimes, like, I had a bag of popcorn, right? And that's so much salt that, like, I just crave water all day. And by the end of the day, I'm still going to be craving something, so I might just have, like, a hot chocolate. It happens, you know? Ren was complimenting your base during his stream. Oh, awesome. I appreciate that. Yeah, I feel like I've come into this season with, like, a vision. And just been plopping bits of it together, like, one by one. It's been really fun. So the plan right now, though, if I can explain, I mean, this inventory is just annoying me continuously, as it always does, right? I'm just going to have to, I think, drop off some of the more temporary parts of the building process for now, the bits we're not quite doing. The plan is, let's find those dyes. We've got to better transition what's going on at the top here. Talking about where the glass... wrong one. Okay, there we go. Talking about where the glass meets the terrain, right? It just kind of ends, and I think what we have to do is bring the glass in behind the landscape a little bit and then line it with some of these blocks. And then from there, we can probably figure out what happens with the rest of this. I have no more scaffolding. It's so annoying. I'm going to start using stone. Stone's my new scaffold now. Then I need a shovel. Yum, hot chocky, says Night Daz. Yeah. Yum, yum. I'm a big fan of chocolate flavors. I cooked myself a different meal today, right? So I've been watching the Outdoor Boys. Now there'll be loads of comments. Oh, watch the Outdoor Boys or whatever. Like, at the end of the day, when I'm winding down to go to bed, I've been putting on some of those like out in the wild camping videos. I absolutely love them, man. They really like mellow me out and make me think about nature a lot, and that kind of puts me in a good place. But anyway, he's like cooking all sorts of different things. And one of them was like corned beef. And I don't think canned corned beef is the healthiest choice of food, but I'm partial to the stuff. And cooking it in a pan with eggs. And I was like, ooh, I really like stuff that's cooked with eggs. Maybe I'd like that. So I did one the other day. I mixed in like some garlic and some tomato. You know, cook that up with the corned beef in the pan. Once it's all cooked, put in the eggs last, mix it all up together, had some rice and peas on the side of it. Lovely. Absolutely lovely. Today, I used my Szechuan sauce. I cooked it with some onion, some ginger and garlic and Szechuan sauce. And what did I have on the side of it? Just lots of veg, no rice. And oh man, whew, really good stuff. Corned beef hash, add potatoes. Yeah, I want to try a dish with potatoes as well. I'm not sure how I'm going to cook them. I might do something like chips. I can imagine chips with mayo will go nice on the side of that. What sauce? Szechuan sauce. Literally, you know the show Rick and Morty did a whole meme thing about it? Literally that sauce. Right? With yeah, well, Szechuan sauce is what I used to cook it. The last time I used that stuff for cooking it was with mince, lamb mince. I am trying to avoid the red meats a bit. I'm trying to eat meat a little bit less, actually, as it goes lately. I'm sort of like trying to pivot some of my dietary choices a little bit here and there to stuff I know I should probably be doing, but like a little less meat is probably a good idea. Dang it! Let's use another rocket. But anyway, yeah, I love experimenting with cooking, and man, like dishes with eggs in, usually that's my jam, so I thought I'd give it a try, you know. Right, so what we'll do here is we'll go 2 on the glass and then put this thing here. I'm going to use a fair bit of cheaty cam in this stream, just fair warning. That then puts us like a block out in front. Do I want to bring it a bit closer? I think I do. I think I'm going to bring it a block closer. That is the strangest thing. How, what, and why? Oh, do you know what? That bee came from this bee's nest. Right, fella. You're blocking my building, ain't you? You are. You're just here to block my building and dance in my face, you meanie. What a meanie. Now, we love him, really. Get out of there, though, son. Come on. Come on. Come to X. X will bring you a flower. Go on, fella. There we go. Enjoy. Enjoy. That was kind of baffling, because this place is basically a sanctuary for them. So we go like that. That glass there connects. That's fine. The next level is here. And that means those blocks are there. Oops. Probably do with the shovel now up here. Feels like it's going to be a bit flat. I also need to kick off a lot of this stuff underneath it. Like that. What's happening, Captain? Says FXoons. Just doing some building. Just doing some building, you know. Nothing too taxing. Here's where I want to go up by one like that. Yeah, and then I guess we put like this over here, but maybe, yeah, we're going to bring it out 2 blocks. It's going to be on top of this, I think is the idea. Maybe not everywhere though. Maybe just in patches. And I guess that'll eventually grow across. Might look a bit odd there, I don't know. Maybe not actually. Maybe not on this level. It's funny how you do like all of this big grand building and then you get stumped on like how do I make this connect to some existing terrain that's already here? Like all of a sudden that's the puzzle. After all sweating over this big build for ages. It's like that's what undoes us, eh? A little bit of terrain in the area. Hey, Sumo, got any advice for someone considering starting streaming on Twitch? If so, what would it be? My advice is just to start streaming. Don't think about it too much, just start doing. Start doing, start learning, get into it. Don't overthink it. It's as simple as that, really. How do I make it connect, says every engineer ever. Ah. Engineering problems, eh? So here's where I think I now need to work from the other side a little bit, just because I'm making it symmetrical. Or maybe not, just look at it this way. So that time we went the opposite way, kinda. Actually, I don't know, that's weird in my head. Just one, yeah, diagonal before the post. So there's the post, diagonal before it means there. And then here, and so I can now see where we need to break blocks. So I went to the cinema today. I mentioned it a couple of times, actually. I went and saw the second part of the new 28 Days Later. Gotta say, not particularly impressed with it. Not particularly impressed. I won't give spoilers for those of you who haven't seen it yet, but I just didn't feel like there was much of a payoff to everything that happened. It was an interesting ride, but I don't know, it just kind of ends and you're like, well, okay. 28 years one, that's the one, yeah. Do you not use continuity, Xisuma? What's continuity? I mean, because that sounds like a very general concept right there. So I've identified that we probably need to put like a bit of a roof structure on top of this, and that will probably go back far enough to like solve whatever this mess is, you know? So I think we can safely now focus on the underside here. So if we go through and rip all of this out, then we're successfully building our way down a little bit. When building in terrain, sometimes it's hard to get them to meld. Yeah, I think that's very true. Especially in this situation, but we'll work on it. Oh, we've got a bee in here. I kind of don't actually want you in here. Funny enough. See if we can just chop you off there for a moment. Why does a pot of water take so long to boil, says Alastis is cool. If you put more energy into boiling it, doesn't it boil sooner? So isn't the question quite relative? Like time is relative, they say, I think. Okay, using a lot of free cam today. I think it kind of works. Or maybe the trick is to like not have dirt at this level. Actually, God, that seems to work in my mind immediately. Like if I do that probably already looks better. But then I think what I want to do is put like slabs on it. And then where it gets a bit too tall in spots like this, we just knock it down a little bit and then let the grass grow back, that kind of thing. Shouldn't be too much of a bother. A spot of bother. I love how Skiz and Joe Oh, actually, wasn't it just Skiz just didn't understand what bother was? A spot of bother, old friend. Skiz is like, what is this bother I'm hearing about? See, that to me immediately is much, much nicer. Had I realized that straight away, I'm not sure that I would have done the glass the same way. And seeing it again, I actually now want to move this down a block. This is one of the reasons I'm not a big fan of building in survival. It's just like, you will be very fussy as a builder. You will just like be moving things around a little bit here and there, and you have to do everything in this game block by block. Skiz also misheard faffing in an unfortunate manner. Brilliant. I've been leaning into that word because of how it can be misheard. Let's say, like, it's quite funny to say faff. Yo, we got Philly Bio here for 11 months. Hey X, hope you're doing well. Love the conversation of the hermits to the glory of the bundle. Not the answer to the inventory, but it definitely helps. Yes, yes, we're kicking off the bundle conversation. We're working on it. Who here hasn't been bundleified? You know, right now I kind of need to focus on this build, but when it's done, we can harass hermits about the bundle, right? Let's knock off 2 at the end. Leave a gap of 1, 2, 3. Part of me was sort of thinking about like mob spawning up here as a reason to slab it, but maybe if we don't think about it that way. How many blocks are these? Like 2, 3, 3, 3. Let's go 4. Everything in the middle can then be like that. That's looking pretty good if you ask me. Feels like a bit of a support structure. Oh, that's something. Oh, that really works. That really works. I feel like that's helping keep the arc in place at the top. Brilliant. If anything, you could probably use this behind the glass to exaggerate your arc. I just never got that far along in the building. I put the glass and I was like, I'll deal with the rest later. Now I'm dealing with it. You know, now I'm dealing with it. Yeah, Venot likes it. Yeah, it did turn out good, didn't it, right? But hey, a little bit of trial and error and we figure it out. So, all's good. All's good. It's part of the process. So, now though, I've got to kind of work on this wall here coming downwards. And I don't want it to be too flat, do I? It also needs to line up with what I want to do below. So, we got these support beams. And I kind of feel like once we get past the support beams, what's going to be up top needs to be a bit more bland. Probably like a brownish color. It's like dark and brown. Almost feels a bit terrainy. Might be the vibe to go for. Any ideas on a material? What are you thinking for the backdrop? Something that really blends in. Let's see where this is as well. So we're going to put a block there and then replace this wall. And then one more, actually. Whoa, it just got really misty. It's got really misty in here. Packed mud. Now, we've used too much packed mud on either side. Regular mud is a good shout. That's actually a pretty good shout. I would say texture-wise, it's a bit... maybe not quite right, but we're going to see it from a distance. Brown terracotta is not a bad shout. Dark grey wall, I don't really have a lot of that. Sometimes materials are of the essence. What do we have on me that I could use back here? Nothing really. It's kind of a bit hard to vision it while we got the platform, but we need the platform to work. Got to work on top of that platform. Blocks. A greenhouse. Yeah, we are kind of building a bit of a greenhouse. I call it a bee sanctuary or something like that. There's a lot of brown textures there. Maybe just spruce log. We can get a lot of that easy. Do you know what I get for free? Hello, the mangrove wood is pretty brown, pretty earthy. Oh, Skiz, you may have made a bad deal with me, my friend. So, since I should be keeping track of how many stacks of logs I've pinched so far, but I think it's at least 12 stacks. And I hope that's not too much of a burden on Skiz, because the thing about giving me a 3 pass for wood is that I use lots of redstone components like hoppers and chests, and I don't have a tree farm myself, right? I'm gonna put a number on it. I'm gonna say that's our 16th stack, and we'll keep track of it together. And that way it might be interesting later in the season when Skiz says, so how many stacks did you take? And Scar's, oh, 1. You know, I can't remember who else has got the deal. I took 3, I took 4, and I'm like, oh, I took 100? I'm using mangrove for chests. Blasphemy. Well, I don't have anything else automated, right? I have my bamboo farm automated. By the way, that thing is a treat. However, it does not produce enough for my needs right now. It is slow. Oh, wait. Yeah, the mangrove is going to go there. What I might do is double up on it. So we have it go across like that. That would have to turn into the other type, and then it comes downwards like this. However, I'm not sure this alignment is correct here either, so... actually, yeah, it's not. Okay, so now we're going to rip out this. It will be for a little bit of it, right? Look at this. So we want some sort of border, probably something to do with spruce wood, to segment off these 2 sections. Now, that one there, I think I'm just going to make dark oak all the way to the top. Then mangrove at that level. Then it goes back by 1. Or does it? Because this is in the way. And then maybe go back again. Yeah, I feel like we're going to need more depth there. Okay, I'm seeing how this is starting to come together now. Let's go get some dark oak. See what we can do here. It's always like this though, peeps. You're always just knick-knacking about, doing little things here, little things there. I think I need my rockets again. No, actually, no. What is my favorite dinner, X? As a list is so cool. I would say it's got to be salad, just because salad's so versatile. Plus I eat like a fruit bowl worth of salad, like absolutely mega meal. You know, just sit there chowing down for like half an hour. Love it. Yeah, so I think what we're going to do on this patch is just go straight up with the dark oak. Now we need some of that. Like that. All the way to the top. Has a nice structural alignment there, doesn't it? Then we can see that this bit here, which is too wide, is going to be... yeah, I think there's going to be like spruce wood here. We'll come back and replace it after, actually. And then there's something there. We'll get all those little bits later. We're not worried about those right now. So then we have that. And that's a really nice texture, actually. That's kind of the perfect sort of brown I was thinking about. The only thing I say is maybe a shame is that you don't have more texture variations than this. However, you can rotate those blocks. I'm not sure they would look great rotated next to each other, but it's a very nice brown. I just kind of wish it was one that had a few more options. Anyway, which, as I'm literally explaining, well, it kind of does. Once again, spruce is going to be like a little border thing here. I actually think it's going to look maybe better one higher. We'll stick with this. I'm probably just overthinking every little decision now. That's back by a block. Now, I think what we should do is go back 1 again and then do something different at this level. So I know I've already placed some stuff here, but I think we're just going to change that and work from the top down. So I really kind of like this shape that we've built, and having it run through the build a little bit more, I think is going to be terrific. So it actually goes back here, so we'll get rid of those and start building it up Although we probably won't see all of this. I don't really want these blocks to despawn here. We want to keep those ones. What about the chiseled bookshelves? Did I get those? I didn't. Where did they go? Where did the chiseled bookshelves go? Didn't I break one earlier and have a suspicion that it didn't come back into my inventory? Let's test. This is not Silk Touch, so... That destroys it! I didn't know that. You have to Silk Touch them. Ha! Huh. Well, lesson learned. Huh. Didn't realise. Okay. So we'll build a smallish segment of this, and then we'll go up higher and complete the rest. Good. Angry Canine, the one, the only, the legendary 129 months in his house. Finally able to catch a stream. Hope all is well. All is good, my dude. Thank you for the amazing continued support for so many years. It is beautiful to still have you around, my dude. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing well. You always put Silk Touch on your axe, never Fortune. Yeah, I have one of each. I'm going to go back and actually swap it out. Like that. Makes sense as normal bookshelves would drop wood. I'm not sure it would. I don't know. To me, it strikes me as a block that you just expect to drop. But, you know, that's Minecraft logic, really, is that there's just a whole bunch of quirks you have to remember. That's how the game's always been. So, you know, there's another one. Yeah, I think there's like just a natural shape that's going to emerge here if we look for it. Like, got that, and then it's like, what do you want to do with that bit? Do you want to put deep slate there, or do you want to curve this or something? I don't know. Maybe put more of this here? I think I'm going to go with that. Just mangrove everything up. We'll end up looking like a lot of mangrove. Except maybe then what we do is we come here and we take that one and we put it there. No. Why have I done it? Oh, because of that. We're following this bit, right? Sort of. We're not following it there. Now I don't know what we're following. We're following different things and it's messy and confusing. I think we should follow this bottom bit more. Wait a minute, let's get those back. It's not the way I want to do it. I just can't get this right in my head. That's what the problem is. I'm gonna change it up. I'm gonna make it so that we follow this thing to the top, basically. So that means when we get here, we go one block higher. So now it goes like that. Okay, that's fine. Am I thinking about that right? Yeah. Or no? You know, I'm saying a lot, but not saying. I'm not saying a lot. I'm saying words. I don't know if they make sense. I don't know if I'm articulating like how I'm trying to do this very well, but I think that's the one. I think that's it. It almost makes sense. We build a tiny bit more and then we know if it's what we want to do or not. So like, I think the idea is that these pillars go straight up, right? Regardless of where they end. The height that they end at is determined actually by this here. That's the way we're going to do it. That's the way we're going to do it. And chat, what we're going to do is switch to standing. I don't think I'm going to stand for long. I don't know. I've sat a lot in the cinema today, you see. But then again, I've also done a lot of walking. The Pixel X, thank you for 3 months. Been really loving hanging out in the streams. It's such a genuine joy to be a part of this community. I love to hear it, my dude. That's awesome. And peeps, if you're enjoying being a part of this community, hit that follow button. I plan on streaming Sunday morning. Sunday morning, I should have everything taken care of for my next episode of Hermitcraft, which has something very big in it, okay? Very big. And if all of that's done and ready, I might even be talking about it on Sunday, because I reckon I'm going to put out my next episode of Hermitcraft Sunday, right? And then I will be promoting something really cool for the next few weeks on my streams. Descamote's in chat. Yep, I'm standing now. You would make the wall first and then think about the ceiling. Well, by thinking about both at the same time, we don't have to rebuild any of the wall. You know, we put in a little bit of time just to making sure this feels good. Now, a lot of what we're looking at right now, I don't think you're going to see by the time we get to the end of the build. It's going to be a lot more hidden, so to speak. We're just kind of using one block rather obnoxiously. I think I might put in a little more dark oak actually up the top here. I see an opportunity just to put it in a way that works, so I'm going to do it. And not think about it too much. Yes, we would like that the wood back. You've been watching my videos since 2020. First time I've ever caught a stream though. Well, thanks for watching and welcome to a stream. As you'll notice, the streams are a little bit different, but I hope you enjoy it nonetheless. There's no editing, that's the thing, isn't it? You get X live and unplugged. Well, actually, no, I'm plugged in. Definitely plugged in. Doesn't quite line up there, right? But I'm cool with that. That's fine. Too much nitpicky can like really drag you down. You got to remind yourself what part of the build you're in. We're in the part that people don't look at much. This is just background noise. That's why I went for like a brown color with an earthy texture that I feel like subtly would make sense with the land above it, but wouldn't be all about its texture and stuff, you know? So that's kind of like the reasoning and the thinking behind why we put these blocks together the way we have. Right, chitty chat time while we do the grinds, because we know what we're doing with the build now. Oh man, I am slurping down this water and wanting more. I tell you, I've got that thing going on. You know when you've eaten loads of food and then all of a sudden you get super thirsty? Got that going on. Dehydration. I don't think it is. I don't think I'm dehydrated at all. It's just sometimes salt, a lot of salt in food makes me... Do you know what I should do? I've done this before and I've forgotten. A little sneaky tactic for when you get that kind of like super thirstiness. Sometimes it is something to do with salt. I remember putting some fasting salts on occasion into a glass of water, and that just totally like doing it for me. Salt dehydration. Does it dehydrate you? Well, eating a large bag of salted popcorn maybe has done that to me then. But I've drunken. Well, how many ways can I say it wrong? I drank probably about 2.5 liters in the last couple of hours, and I'm still super thirsty. Can it do it that much? Are you a medical professional? Can you give me advice over the chat? It moves water out of the cells due to the concentration gradient. Interesting. So why does my little thing of like having fasting salts in some water help with this craving sometimes? I mean, it could be that like it could be that I'm not dehydrated and that I just have a craving for water for some other reason, right? That's why drinking salt water is worse than not drinking... Oh yeah, you don't drink water from the sea because it's got too much salt. Huh. Salt is an electrolyte as well. That's something I watched a video about recently. We're all getting our information from videos these days. Can we trust them? You know, I don't know. We've got to trust something. You know, the electrolyte thing made a lot of sense, and then I found a video of someone saying, hang on, wait, let's not jump into, you know, all this electrolyte madness. There has been research done on it. It kind of sounded like, actually the research indicates that like needing an electrolyte supplement is for a pretty extreme scenario, right? Like, yeah, top athletes will do enough exercise in a day to, like, need it, but the average person doesn't. And that these companies are just, like, you know, selling you a byproduct. And, you know, I don't know how I feel about that, because I quite like the little electrolyte drinks. You always heard that's why bars will give you peanuts and salty bread to make you drink. That's totally true. It's totally true. They put those little bowls of nuts out the front. Because when they do, people, guess what? They buy more drinks. Why? Because they're getting thirsty. All the extra salt. I should just start throwing this stuff over the edge at some point. Because it's taking up space. You know? It's taking up space. Right, a little bit of inventory management. To the side. Have I got a deep slate box here? Maybe I can offload some stuff into there. I feel like we should probably have a few extra stacks of that on us at all times. Probably done with the grey glass now. Did not need as much as I made, that's fine. Dark oak, it's time to do a little bit of farming, people. For this occasion, I will grab the fortune hoe. I think the fortune hoe is really good for some occasional farming. Bone meal, and then we need saplings. Reason being that you don't have to wait around for the things to come back after, right? Oh, I'm probably going to need a bunch of spruce as well. When I do spruce, it creates lots of podzol. And sometimes you don't want that podzol, right? You don't want it spreading over your lovely Rasclar. Okay, oh. There be a Doc M77 right here. He's checking out the build by the looks of it. What are we doing, spruce? Does he like it? Does he approve? Renatus MC, thank you for 3 months. I think Doc approves. I think he likes the nectar store. There's nothing in there though. So when we put this here, bam, the podzol. Ah! Ah! It replaces my moss. Pain. Pain in my heart and soul. That was like minimal damage. Okay, is Doc the building inspector? I think he was for a moment there. You're on your lunch break. Happy to catch an Xisuma stream. Cool, cool. What are you having for lunch? I love talking food. I'm a real foodie, but like I've got it all in. I've got it all in line. Like I eat healthy, I eat right. It feels good the way, you know. I've been working on that stuff for years. I know food can be a bit much for some people. But the way I see it is like time just keeps marching forward, right? It feels like it's always tomorrow, and I actually love just planning for the future, right? Little plans for what I'm doing over the next few days. I like being organized with my time and enjoying it and doing this thing and then that thing and like having it all mapped out. Like I'm really good with all of that. And food just kind of factors into it pretty well. I didn't do the thing I was going to do, so let's grow another one. Oh no, wait, you're going to ruin my fun. Let's do that. Okay, then put them back. Yeah, let's do the thing with the hoe. So you know, for me, the thing with food is like, it'll soon be tomorrow. There'll be another meal. I always feel hungry. You know, I could eat food right now. I've eaten all I needed to do for the day. I'm counting my calories. I'm good. But like, it'll soon be tomorrow. So like, I don't overeat. I don't really get like worried about it. It's just, I've got my rhythm. I like planning. I like moving into the future. And, you know, the next day will come around. There'll be another meal. Time is a cycle, not a line. You need to plan for yesterday. That, honestly, like, just an impulsive reaction to that quote is, I don't think that makes sense. You need to plan for yesterday. It sort of sounds like you're trying to be clever, but it doesn't really make sense. You know? Right, this is why I like the fortune hoe, because when you need those saplings back, right, and you ain't got the time to wait around, you can do this, and, like, you will get those saplings back. You know what I mean? They're probably, all 4 of them are probably here already. And then I can be like, great, I've replenished. Don't have to worry about running out and then running around like an idiot trying to look for more or whatever. We'll get a few more while we're here. But yeah, that's the trick anyway. See, you can't really relate because you have a chocolate bar every day for break. While I've been really high metabolism, it doesn't make much of a difference on my body. I'll enjoy it. I'm sure it's not the healthiest, but... You know, it's up to you, right? It's up to you. When you're young or your metabolism's good, I could do the same. I could eat a chocolate bar every day. The way I look at it is that I want my food to be, like, nutritional and about, like, health and vitamins and, you know, nutrients and basically food that fuels you. Because you can definitely tolerate an amount of, air quotes, junk food. Or... you know, stuff that isn't so great for you, but depending on where you're at, sometimes the psychology of having a treat can really help you through a day. So it's all balance and compromise and figuring it out for yourself, you know. It's like, do you want to get rid of that chocolate bar out of your diet? If you're not seeing any, like, negative downsides, then maybe you don't need to. I mean, I could do it. I could have a chocolate bar every day and get away with it. I know that. Because I'd know how to count it in, and I wouldn't overdo it and have too many, but... oh, we're supposed to do dark oak. We're supposed to do dark oak. The spruce was extra for later. But I choose not to, you know? I'm like... I try and keep that side of food as minimal as possible, treats and stuff, because they're very Moorish. And it feels like it can quickly get out of balance, you know? You have a very fat metabolism. What does that mean? Watching this halfway into a 500-gram chip bag, says Piney Coney. Yeah, you see, I don't eat those, man. Like, big bag of chips, very Moorish. But, like, why are they Moorish? They're designed to be that way. You know, Doritos or whatever have teams of specialists, like, figuring out how to make their food very, like, snackable munchables so that you sit there eating just a giant portion of it while it's, like, not particularly nutritional. But very Moorish. It's about selling a product more than, like, fueling you well for the day or whatever, right? So that's why I don't eat chips or a bag of chips. On occasion, let's say I'm on holiday, it'll probably be like a family holiday in a home, and like someone else has always got the bag of chips, and there'll be a few going around, and I have a few at night. But I remember the last time I did that, right? Like, I knew I could have a bit more food. I hadn't eaten as much as I needed to that day. And you know what? You don't need to do this stuff daily. Like, I'm very strictly daily with it, but, like, you can eat 1,000 extra calories today, you know, and then over the next week, just you have a little bit less each day. Like, it's... I'm a bit particular doing it day by day. It doesn't need to be that... You know, that's just me is what I'm saying, right? It doesn't need to be... You don't need to be as ridiculous as me about it, I think is what I'm trying to say. That's just the way I like to do it. Anyway, you know, I could have a few chips, whatever, but once I had a few, man, they were so Moorish, and then I wanted a few of those peanuts, and then I wanted some of these other things, and then I just felt it, oh, now I've got that, like, craving feeling where I just want to keep eating because of the junk food, and I hated it. And luckily I have a couple of sneaky strategies when that happens. One is to consume a lot of water at the same time. Another one is to treat myself to a hot chocolate. I like these options hot chocolates. They're low calories. They've got sweeteners in them instead of sugar. But I can make a very big mug, and sipping on it just satisfies... It's like the equivalent of munching on a crisp each time. And so by the time I get to the end of my massive mug, which is probably... It's like a mug that holds a liter. I am pretty good and satiated, and like my cravings settle. But this is why I don't like those types of foods. This is why I like salads and whole foods, because when you get to the end of what you need to eat, you generally feel satiated and good. And like, that's my meal. I'm good to crack on now. And these other foods aren't doing that for you. They're designed to be very Moorish deliberately. And I don't like that, you know? I don't have any stone on me. I'm about to get some more. There we go. Fill that in. Very nice, very nice. And then this is like a pillar now, isn't it? Pillar coming up from here. Best salad dressing, says Crynaut. I tend to not do salad dressing. I tend to put on top of my... So my strategy is... Because salad dressing is how you get your salad to taste really nice. Right? But a lot of salad dressings can be a bit sugary or whatever. A bit rich, maybe. And that's fine. You know, you can have egg mayo and stuff. Like... It's just, if you're counting your calories, some of that stuff is quite calorie heavy, right? And that's fine. Calorie heavy is not bad. It's just... you know, you got to figure out what works for you, what the balance is that works for you. You know, if I leave them there, going up like that, they kind of add an extra bit of depth up here as well. But let's stay on topic here. Let's stay on topic here. So I like to do cottage cheese or cheese. I don't do cheese very often though. I like putting olives in. Olives can really add some pizzazz. A cheese like feta cheese is actually really good in a salad. When I say cheese, you know, you're like mild cheddar, your red Leicester, stuff like that. It's all right, but like a real proper cheese, like feta cheese, that's some top-notch stuff right there. Dev says it's hard to find low-calorie foods to eat in between food to get that craving to go away. Try drinks instead. Try cups of tea, you know, or just drink a lot of water. Try that. Cheese and olives happen to go great together, as you pointed out. But then I like to put in like a salad topper, which is often olives, cheese, sun-dried tomatoes is another one. You can get like peppers stuffed with cream cheese. There's all these little... you know, I mostly shop at Asda, so if you're an Asda shopper, it's the same at Tesco's, it's the same as the other place. They will have little sections of like salad topper stuff. Like sometimes it's a free bean salad. And there's just a variety of stuff, and that tends to have like quite a lot of flavor. And you put that in the salad, and that's how you get the pizzazz for the salad, right? Now all of a sudden you're eating celery, you're eating leafy stuff, but it tastes great because there's a little bit of... Oh, hummus, what a great shout. Yeah, mix some hummus in. But my thing lately has been cottage cheese on top, then some kimchi, some red cabbage, some sauerkraut, and then as I eat it, I'm just mixing in little bits as I please, and it kind of like refreshes the palate as you're going along, and keeps it all kind of interesting to eat, you know, because you eat a lot of one thing, it gets a bit bland after a moment, doesn't it? So that's my tips for the salads, you know. Grate some carrots. Yeah, do you know what? I'm going to make a note on my phone right now. I love carrot in a salad. I don't do it a lot. I'm literally adding carrots to my shopping list. Also, I love snacking on raw carrot. I had some carrot the other day, right? And I swear, I was like, this carrot is sweet. I feel like someone's put sugar in it. It was like a really nice, tasty carrot. And oddly sweet. But not in a sugar way, just to be clear. Just, I don't know, had some sort of natural sweetness to it, which I wasn't expecting. We haven't stepped back from what we've built so far and had a look at it. I'm kind of committed now, and you know what? It's kind of absolutely fine. Just what I was looking for. So, pretty happy with this. Pretty happy. I kind of wish it was a little darker, which maybe you could achieve with some tinted glass, and like it's recessed in further so the light doesn't come through, but yeah, it's good. It's good. Huh! Big hop. Big hop. Excuse me. Mouth burps. How do I feel about chicken nuggets? They are kind of gross. They're like hot dogs. They are all nasty bits of stuff just processed together. I would avoid them. Do they taste great? They kind of do, but like they're not good. How dare you? How about homemade fried chicken? When you do stuff homemade, you know what you're putting into it. Lots less of those additives and preservatives, and you're probably going to have a much better time. You know, like healthier food overall. So home cooking, I'm good. Good with that. Because you got to remember, when you go to your McDonald's and stuff, like, they got to make it taste the same wherever it goes. That's all those preservatives and stuff going in right there. Like, McDonald's is nasty food. If you want to call it food. Real chunks of chicken that are breaded and cooked are nice. Cardboard nuggets are no bueno. I made some breaded fish just the other day. I'm not a big fan of, like, breaded stuff because I don't particularly like bread, but when you do it at home by yourself, you know, you're putting everything in, some fresh oil, some breadcrumbs, panko breadcrumbs, mix it up with some chives or something, you know, you're doing all that, and it's not coming out of a factory and getting shipped around the world, and it's got all these preservatives and extra ingredients in it. You know, you're keeping it simple, you're keeping it fresh. Alright, this inventory is just a constant disaster that needs constant maintenance, you know. Whew. Do I like cheese sauces, X? There's a bit of a simple chemistry that can help great texture and no splitting. Do you know what? I was about to say no. So I don't like cheese sauce out of a plastic squeezy container. I don't like any of that type of stuff, off the shelf cheese sauce. My mum makes, I love my mum's cooking. Everyone loves my mum's cooking, okay? She makes the best Sunday roast, right? There ain't no Sunday roast out there in any pub that will compete. Whenever we go to a pub for Sunday roast, I'm always like, I hope they have more on the menu than just Sunday roast, because it never competes. But anyway, she also makes gammon and cheese sauce. It's like a Sunday roast. You get all your vegetables, you get your roast potatoes, but instead of meat and gravy, you get cheese sauce and gammon, and the cheese sauce is, I don't know how she does it. I do actually. I think it's a little bit of mustard and vinegar goes in, and yeah, and like it really gives the cheese some punch. Because it's weird when you turn the cheese into a sauce. Because I've cooked it with her before, it kind of loses a lot of that like cheese pizzazz. So you need something else to like kick it back in, and it's the vinegar and mustard that can bring it out. If I remember correctly, I could be getting it wrong. Vinegar is OP for making any dish great. Oh, man. I'm so thirsty. Whenever you hear gammon, you think of the derogatory term. I have never heard gammon used in a derogatory manner before. What the heck is that about? Gammon is just a meat. That's all I know it as. Ah, Dad's spaghetti. Yeah, spaghetti is a meal I've never really liked. I've tried spaghetti at quite a few places, and I've always like wanted it to be more flavorful, and it never seems to be. I always feel like there's going to be one spaghetti that really hits, but no, they're always quite, in my opinion, just like a bit bland. I don't know if that's like a problem I have, but spaghetti is not very flavorful. And I've been to like some decent restaurants that do spaghetti, right? Restaurant spaghetti is always bland, says Van Sana. That's my experience of it, right? Yeah, some people go mad about spaghetti at certain restaurants. You've got to try the spaghetti here or whatnot. And I'm like, spaghetti really, most of the time I've had it, just feels like plain pasta and plain sauce. What about mum's spaghetti? Oh. It's your comfort food. That's fair enough. Yeah, I mean, if someone was like, "Yo, seriously, you gotta try the spaghetti. It's amazing." I'd give it a go on a recommendation, but I'd be super annoyed if it was just the same bland spaghetti I've tried over and over again. Mac and cheese, yeah, mac and cheese is one. I've had some really good mac and cheeses, and then I've had some pretty rough ones. It's like a bit of a hit and miss kind of deal, mac and cheese. But yeah, a good mac and cheese that can really hit home, you know. Man, trapdoors are so expensive. every time I try and make a bunch, I'm always like, I need more than that. I need a lot more than that. Let's balance this out. There we go. So now I kind of see, just by looking up, I kind of see where we're going to go with these trapdoors, I think. Compared to slabs, they're so pricey. That is true, that is true. Yeah, Okay, yeah, I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm doing! I didn't a second ago, but now I do. I'm doing them like that. Ugh! Yeah, then I think we're just gonna have, like, the one. Like this. Ugh! And then that's gonna come all the way across there. No, maybe it won't actually. Maybe it will just stay. It will just stay where the beehives are for now. Oh, actually, that's a happy accident. That could even just go there as well to like curtail that off, and then I think we'll use a minimal amount of these in those spaces. Right. Let's try and make this work without overthinking it. Yeah, have to silk touch those. Crazy, right? Don't let them escape. They're expensive. Your partner makes the best mac and cheese and shepherd's pie. Shepherd's pie is another, like, okay, you know what we were saying about bolognese? Shepherd's pie is one of those ones where most of the time I have it, it's just too bland. And I'm like, this could be better. This could be better. So yeah, I've never really been a big fan of shepherd's pie. This is an all-out foodie stream now, isn't it? Okay, then I think what I want this thing to do is to... Oh, maybe not. Maybe just... Okay, yeah, alright. Take that one out. And then just have them at that level there. But we'll also need a few of these. So, where you see the edges... Actually, this might... I don't know if this will work. Because you're only putting in 3 trapdoors. I feel like that one would probably just be... this. Huh. See, moments like that is why I think you need a small magnet in this game. Just a sort of like local range, not something overpowered. Just you're building, you're up on scaffolds, your materials end up on the ground. It all just feels so, ugh. Come on, Minecraft, you can do better. You know what I mean? Okay. Now we can really see what's going on. My thoughts on donuts, says Fart Nugget. Not even Fart Nugget can put me off food. I absolutely love getting some fresh, hot, unsugared donut. I'm so serious about this. Get it without sugar. It is gorgeous. Sugar ruins it. Absolutely ruins it. It's not very often you can get your hands on those as well. There is a donut stand where I live in like town center, but it's like not consistently open. But I remember one day I planned to go down there. It was a winter. I think it was maybe over 5 years ago now. I just remember this because I was like, I am freaking craving some donuts right now. And I'm going to get me some donuts. And I got myself a hot coffee on the way there. And like, it's a very American cop thing to have coffee and donuts. I don't know why those two things are a combo. Anyway, I sat in my car on this cold day, chowing down on some fresh, fluffy, hot donuts with a cup of coffee, and it was just brilliant. This stream is going to leave 90% of the audience with major food cravings. And that's okay. It's okay to be hungry and not eat. Remember that. Remember that. If you've eaten all you need to eat for the day, you're good. Believe me, talking about all this food is making me hungry, but I'm like, but I've eaten. It's good. I'm fine. I'm full of energy. Americans of the extreme. Is Krusty Kreme any good? They recently released a store in my country. No, I really don't like those types of donuts at all. They are like bagel bread, which is like pretty mediocre bread, and then just icing and icing on the cake is my least favorite bit. I really don't like sugary stuff. I just don't like what it does to you. Gives you all those like food cravings and it's icky. They're disgusting and make your teeth hurt. You just made cookies, so you're good. Nice. Nice. I'm gonna do a bit. I'm making my way to doing a little bit of homemade baking. Okay, right. These like no sugar cook recipes have been coming across my feed from YouTube on the shorts, because they've integrated shorts into everything, and they're these like, here's this amazing protein bar, like no added sugar recipe, and I made some. Right, it's just oats, a little bit of water, a little bit of honey for a little bit of sweetness. I don't mind a bit of honey. But yeah, oats, water, a load of peanut butter. I get this pure peanut butter stuff, right? What happened with Tango? Oh, they're in a meeting. Yeah, whoa. A lot of hermits online right now. They're in a meeting, and they're all playing at the same time. And they need Tango by the sounds of it. What was you saying? What was you saying? Oh yeah, so yeah, you get a bowl, some oats, some water, some protein powder, some peanut butter, and some honey, right? And I've been experimenting with a few other ingredients like seeds or maybe some flax seeds, just some healthy stuff to like bulk it up a little bit. But you can just pat it down into a tray with some baking powder and then put it straight into the fridge. No need to bake. And because I don't like baking, I thought, well, I can start there, you know. But now I'm tempted to do some of these baking ones. There's ones where you just mix dark chocolate, egg, and then like one other ingredient, and you can just make yourself a like baked to rise protein brownie. And I love me dark chocolate, and I love me eggs. So it just seemed like it was right for me, you know. Oh, seeds are awesome in salads. Yes, I like putting flax seeds and a bit of free seed mix in there or something. You know, pumpkins, sunflower, all that stuff. Really nice. We kind of need someone to sleep, don't we? Oh, or at least I do. Do you know, I could just sleep. There it is. Dates, coconut oil, and chocolate makes a great combo too. I can't eat dates, so I won't be trying that. The latest ones that I made, I put less protein powder in and I put in some dark cocoa powder. So I'm experimenting. I'm going to try and find a recipe that really works. The problem I'm finding at the moment is that they don't sort of solidify into the type of bars that you can take around with you as a snack. They stick together, but they fall apart very easy. And so I need to figure out like what the trick is there to get them to just stick together better. Because I like the idea of being able to make some that maybe I can even freeze and store, right? Like keep them for a long time and sort of make my own snacks to take on the go or something, right? Rather than having these protein bars all the time, just make my own. Which reminds me, I had a protein bar today and I was thinking, I should read the label and see what the ingredients are. And like there might be some sort of thing in there that gives you a hint. Ah, this is what makes it all stick together or whatever. I've just noticed that 2 of our beams go in, but only 2 go up. Should we keep it that way? I think I might leave that one, but put one in over here. We'll experiment on this side, because I think it might line up in an interesting way. That's that bit done. Huh. So here we'll do it different, because it'll line up perfectly with that bit, is what I've noticed. But we've got to go forward by one more first. We got a noise in here. It's Jacob Gaming coming in with the Prime. Thank you, my dude. Appreciate using the Prime subscription. Just a reminder to all the peeps, any type of subscription gets you access to the Let's Play Minecraft Together server. We didn't actually need that there. Or did we? Maybe we did. Maybe we did. Yeah, so if you're a new subscriber, ask in chat if you're interested in joining our community. We got Alkis coming in with the Prime as well. Thanks so much for using your Prime on me. Appreciate it, appreciate it. If I could remove any block from the game, which block would you get rid of and why? I'm just not really into questions like that, to be frank. What's your favourite colour? Oh, I like a colour. Oh, I like one of them. I don't know. All colours are equal, man. Actually, do you know what? I don't like that. I don't think that works. I thought it would, but it don't. Let's put it back. I mean, I was moaning this the other day. I was saying about like the type of questions I like to answer and stuff, and then someone was coming in with zingers, man. They were just getting me fired up. They were asking all the types of things I like to talk about. Can I have more data packs so Mojang will add them to the base game? I've added a lot of data packs, and this is the first time it feels like they've responded. It's probably just a coincidence. I don't think Mojang are like scouting what we're doing. I don't think they're paying attention at all. It's just a happy coincidence that we got it. You know, when I did the whole little thing in my video about it, I wasn't saying like, oh look, they're watching, they're listening. It was just like, well, that's funny. That's a coincidence. That's all I was saying about it. There you go. Everything now to this level is done upwards. Below it, looks like we've got a teeny tiny bit more work to do. It's done on that side though, isn't it? There's probably going to be a few spots. Do you know what? These blocks here, I was going to put item frames on them with an item in to indicate which one had what below it, but now I'm looking at it and I'm like, well, I don't think it needs that. Well, they're not aligned to begin with, right? They're not even aligned. We need moss blocks. Yeah, got to pivot the pallet. Pivot the pallet time. Need some mossy. Need some of that. Ugh. The inventory is a disaster. Spawn proofing the spanners? The spanners? I think you mean the roof beams, right? Well, I guess they span across, so I'll let you off on that one. I'll let you off, okay? I won't punish you. You know, you won't get time out in the corner. Unless you talk back, then I'm going to take away your phone. Or tell you to take it away. Take it away from yourself. That's your punishment. Take it away from yourself. What's my view on air fryers? So I saw this thing saying that basically they're the same as having a regular air convection oven. And that basically they're a bit of a fad and a waste of money. And I've had food out of air fryers and it's like, yeah, I can see what they're getting at. This is just like, you could have oven cooked this, you know? So I didn't get an air fryer, but like they are kind of popular right now or whatever. But yeah, you know, most people have already got them in their homes and now they're buying them because they found a way to market them. Right, I really love all of this. I think it's going to really synergize quite well with what I got planned for the rest of this build. A few things to do might be to put glow lichen or like a light source up there. I'm not sure I actually like these ones here. Maybe if we had them hanging, they would also light what's above. I'm really keen on free cam today, aren't I? Really keen on it. Let's try chains and soul lanterns and see how that does. Ah! That's the sound of my inventory. Just then, if you weren't aware. Like, I wanted to do something, and then I was reminded that the inventory in this game is terrible. I was reminded again. Constant faffing around. You want to play the game? Nope. Sort out your inventory first. My God. I mean, I'll sort a tiny bit of it away. My very precious scaffolding that I have very little left of. Really not a good day for X's relationship with the inventory. Neither is any day that I play this game, have you noticed? Okay, so the middle is about here, I feel like. And then when we go above, what do we see? It takes care of it from left to right, so I'm probably going to go with that. Because that's quite minimal then, isn't it? Even your 7-year-old complains about the inventory. Everyone does. Everyone does. What about over there, though? Is that... That's actually covered. Brilliant. So we won't go all the way to the edge. Do you think the devs are purposely avoiding the inventory system at this point? They are. They are. I think they've said it in as many words that they don't think it's a problem. And, you know, they'll do that at their own peril because, hey, competition's around the corner now. Hightail's got this perfect opportunity to listen to the community and realize, oh yeah, that part of the game is many, many years old now. Perhaps we should do something a little different with our game. Right, I think what I'm going to do next is pop off 2 of these. There and there. But I'm going to keep the other ones. Then maybe put a little bit of lighting in these corners. Maybe one in the middle, and then it's all sort of covered all of the terrain here. Yeah. Alright. Kind of a nice way just to make sure it's all covered. Yo, we got some gifted subs coming in from Silberian Wolf. Thank you so much for gifting subs to Sir Rules, Wolf Eagle, and Wolf K0. Ah, I see a pattern emerging. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. What even was the last inventory update? Offhand, pretty much. I mean, they've done some tweaks and subtle things. The bundle, you know. But no major overhaul or like a real look at what the problem is. Just ignoring it. Put lights underneath the moss carpets. I don't always like to do that because sometimes lighting is about mood and atmosphere and you want to see where the light comes from. And by the way, like, it's taken us 2 hours to do all of this. Like, sometimes things feel like they're simple and straightforward and then they just take a real long time. But I'm very happy with that. There's a few spots that need a little bit of work, but we can leave that for now, I think. Come back to that later. This thing is now pretty much a stage for all of what I've got to do next, all the technical doohickeys and whatnot. So I guess we can do more redstone around the back. And then I get the pleasure of starting to think about how to do the next steps of this build. It might be a little uneventful for us here, but that's fine. A nice slurp. Sorry, I was drinking water. If that puts you off, well, you know, that's a you problem. If you're annoyed by the slurp, that's a you problem. I ain't annoyed by it. It can be annoying. It's a really weird thing to be annoyed by. Like, every now and then I found myself in a situation where, like, someone else is eating and the sound of it is annoying me. And I'm always like, but why? Like, why is this annoying? Like, People need to eat. What's wrong with me? Why am I irritable right now? What's going on? That is dies there. Because it's gross. Is it? I don't know. That's the point. That's why I say it's a you problem. And it's a me problem. It's like, is it gross? Is it gross when you eat? Are you sitting there getting grossed out by your own eating? Probably not. I just have a hunch that it's like a silly little thing that ain't worth being bothered by. Could be wrong. Maybe it's totally worth being bothered by. It's gross when other people slurp, says Fart Nugget. I agree. Ugh. I literally tried to make that as disgusting as I could, so enjoy. Oh, viewers are tuning out. Oh, viewership number just went down. Oh dear. Right, look at this. Bit of a different view here now. Well, we'll put those ones there so we can walk across. We just got to put in... Oh, there's nothing here, so I'll fill in that space. We're just putting in... like hoppers and a chest? Barrel? Actually, a chest could go there. Or a barrel. It's very simple what we've got to do here. There's not a lot to it. And then all the redstone's done on this side. It's kind of crazy, and I didn't really need this big platform either. Kind of crazy how simple it is. Right. So, remember all that wood that we got? All that mangrove? We can put that to use. This is what I'm going to do now. I'm going to tell Skiz, I'm going to be like, sorry, you've given a pass to a redstoner. That means I'm just going to be making tons of hoppers now. Sorry. Sorry about that. Then it'll be like, I revoke your pass. Is 13 enough? I don't know how many of these I got. What do I want to put on top? Chests or barrels? I kind of like the idea of doing barrels, but I've got chests. And that'll be enough to make sure this works. I need a bundle box. What's a bundle box? Do you know what? I'm going to get rid of these that are on top of those. For now. I think I prefer how that looks. What is... Wait, is it because it's like that? Why does that... That's different there, isn't it? Oh, is that just like a leftover log? Are we looking at a leftover log here? Oh, silly little leftover log. Dang it. Yeah, I'm just going to make this bit here nice and walkable. And then at some point we'll create like an access point to it. Okay. Yeah. So, which one do we make more of? Honey bottles or honeycomb? There's a correct answer to this. That's all of them. Oh! Wrong answer in the chat. Honeycomb. Dang. Really? I would have thought it was honey bottles. I would have thought... Wait, Cub did the math on this? Oh, interesting. Well, isn't it... Aren't they both four each? If the honeycomb is 9 for one block, then I would make the argument that you need honey blocks more than you need honeycomb. But if you treat them as 1-to-1, then yeah, there would be a ratio there or something, right? What's the use case? Well, my use case is that I think honey blocks are more useful. That was it. That was as far as my reasoning went. So I could be wrong on that front, honestly. It's perhaps a matter of opinion or a matter of purpose. Depends on what you're using it for, yeah. Right, pack this up then. That didn't last long. You get 3 comb per harvest, but only 1 bottle. Oh! I was thinking you got one each time, so we definitely want more bottles than combs. Interesting. Oh wait, what one? That one. Yeah. Okay, okay. The organization system, sometimes I don't follow it too well. Honeycomb toffee. Yo. When I was a kid and I used to eat sweets more often, used to get honeycomb covered in chocolate. And like not a candy bar, not a like Cadbury's one. I'm talking, used to get these in Wales. I'm talking made by like local communities or whatever. So like actual honeycomb with like chocolate all over it. So good, so good. And you could get ones that were just honeycomb. Also amazing, also amazing. Made by bees, lol, says Becca. Exactly. Like, once you're on that Cadbury stuff, you're on that production line. You're just getting like honeycomb texture and flavor. You're not getting actual honeycomb. There's a big difference. The real stuff is chef's kiss, as they say. Right, we're gonna make a little pathway up to the bit up top. Here's kind of the idea here. Should be sort of in line with it around here. Maybe a little bit further to go. And there we are. Pretty good. Pretty good in the hood, homie. Pretty good in the hood. So yeah, I might make a shop. I might make a shop in this space, but I think right now, I don't know quite what that's going to look like. Have you ever had Hershey's chocolate on your American trip? A lot of Europeans say it tastes like bile. Yeah, I have tried it and remember it tasting foul. But the thing is, like, my tastes have changed since then, so I don't know if I'd like it or not, because I absolutely love eating my dark chocolate. The dark chocolate that I get is actually just 100% cocoa. There's nothing else in it. It's just cocoa flattened into squares, and it's gorgeous, and I love it. And you know, it's not a sweet treat, it's a savory. It's like eating some nuts or something, you know. It's like you enjoy it for a different reason. You're not there for the sweetness. It's absolutely lovely, is the point. Right, that'll do. Let's go look at something we did earlier in the stream. We did an experiment. Let's see how that went. We got to get glass. We got to get a lot of glass. And then I got to do a bunch of like technical think about it stuff here. And I think it's probably actually a good time to leave this as is, because I could do that better off camera. It's not always great to try and figure out ideas on camera, because like silence can be your friend in those situations. Right, let's do that. Right. I mean, some of these, am I going to use these? Oh, I'm definitely going to use that in my next bit of projecting. You know, I might as well just hold on to these because they're all pretty similar to the block palette we got going on over there, basically. Need more scaffold. Let's go check on our bamboo farm. I want to see how that's doing. It doesn't give us bamboo, though. It gives us bamboo blocks. Why does it say Skizzleman triggered if invisible? Either I am op. I can't remember why I was op. I must have had to do something in a hurry for someone. That's why we can see it. See, look at this. Loads of it getting produced. Love it. It works. It works. Let's go around to the other side. What are the cobwebs for? To slow down the cobber golem. So if you watched the stream, the cobwebs weren't in there, right? Told you the stream had spoilers. Eventually I was like, well, what am I going to do? Let's go with cobwebs. Right, so now we're over here to check and see if this is still running. That side is... This side produces more items, so that's the thing. How is that getting up there? Interesting. That shouldn't really be possible at all. Something to investigate. I fell down. How would that stuff get in there? Is this like backed up big time yet? Right, in order to get this one going again, if I just grab a bunch of this, chuck it into here. Can I click on the next one? I think I can. Actually, yeah, I can. I can click there. And then the one behind it. And the one behind that, maybe. Lots of noises. Lots of noises. People make noises when they're sick. Nothing to do except hold on to nothing. Oh, what an upbeat, beautiful song right there. God, that's put me in a good mood. Nothing to do except hold on to nothing. Oh, cheery, cheery. What inspirational words. Let's go back up there. Why not fuel it with regular moss to keep with the pale moss? I could do that. And actually, if I put the minecarts on a loop, it could be like one goes to one side, then goes to the other. It's an interesting idea. It might slow down the overall thing with keeping it stocked. But then this thing is backed up big time, so maybe even half as much going into there. It's an interesting idea, and I might do that, but I'm leaving this as is for now. We're in a bit of like an experimental phase where we're just seeing what's happening. There's a moment. How much bone meal are we getting out of this thing? Because we definitely just gave it a supply that it should be converting. I'd say that looked about to be about 5. That seemed to be about 5 as well, honestly. I think the problem is that it just doesn't make enough items. Like, it doesn't distribute them across all the way. Like, look at how little makes it over to that corner compared to this one, right? Like, unless there's something else that I missed. I mean, there could be... There's a slim possibility of some of the redstone being erroneously different to the opposite side, and therefore some kind of function with the dispensers has changed. But I don't even see like a bunch of items. I do see a bunch of items. That right there happens on my testing world, and it never happened here. So it must be a directional based thing. That's probably the cause of it. That's probably just sucking away enough items to stop this thing from actually working all the time. Maybe. Didn't seem like I actually picked up a lot, right? Anywhoozle, I'm happy with this little experiment, and it's going to keep running for the time being. Right, we've got torches, we've got that, we've got this. The pail has less grass, so less seeds, yeah. And it doesn't produce things like the azalea flowers that appear on top. So, yeah. We'll figure it out, though. We'll find a way to make it cool. To make it work, even. To make it good. Let me look at my notes for the stream. We've got to build a cactus farm in here. We've got to work on the roof. We've got to do a nether fungus farm. I also got a netherite spear on my list, but I don't think I'm going to do much with a spear. What are the golems' names? Which ones? Oh, the ones in my base. I've never named them, actually. So recently you learned you'll never be doing an auto-sorter in Minecraft. Why not? craft up some of this stuff. What are the golems' names? Again, I just said I never named them. What am I going to do with all these chests, eh? I should really just go put some of this stuff into my storage already. I don't know why I haven't done that. How's it looking? My under chest. They have feelings, you know. Yeah. That doesn't mean they want a name. They might feel like they're a part of a collective and that they're not individuals. You know, they're like part of the Borg. Here you can actually see where... Oh, no, wait. That's... What type is that? Oxidized? But that's where waxed... Weathered? Oh my god, it's so confusing. It kind of looks like there's not enough room for everything in here. Maybe that's why I stopped filling this up. How did it work in the other one? Yeah, actually, that's kind of like a nightmare I don't want to deal with right now. I'm good. I'm good. We'll just chuck it all in there. I know where it is. Totally give them Borg names, like 7 and 9, yeah. Well, this guy is 1 of 2, and that guy's 2 of 2. You're 1 of 1. You're also 1 of 1. That's how we'll name them. You got 1, 2, and 3 of 3 over there. Because they're part of that group. Is it permanent when you wax copper? It is, yeah. Name one Johnny Five if you get the reference. I do. I loved that movie when I was a kid. Johnny Five Alive. It's one of those movies that I haven't wanted to go and watch back again. I just can't help but feel it'd be a bit naff to watch it again, you know. Anyway, peeps, you know I like to go for 2 hours. We're almost there, but we kind of done exactly what we needed to do. So even though I would normally go for a couple more minutes, we might as well wrap it here. I'm going to stream again Sunday morning. And Sunday evening, midday time, actually. I think it'll be midday. I'm going to get you the next episode of Hermitcraft out. It's a big one. Make sure to come back and watch it. There's something special in there. And then... Yeah, and then I'll be talking about that thing a lot. But, yeah, you have to come back to find out what it is. As of right now, though... Going to find someone to raid. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Should we do random Minecraft channel today? I feel like I haven't done that in a while. Assume a Borg Queen. I could be the Borg Queen. Hey, I think I know this bloke. I think they're a Redstoner with a cool Redstone videos, so I'll just send you. It might. I don't know. I don't know if it's the same person or not, but whatever. I'll send you to this channel. I hope you enjoy what you find. Looks like it's some speed running, so maybe it isn't the same person. Anyway, that's it from me. Thank you everyone for tuning in. Have a great rest of your day. See you again Sunday morning for a weekend morning stream. And yeah, that's it from me today, people. Take care of yourselves. Bye-bye.